Hello guys, Dr.Pitanger here, and today I wanted to make a simple roadmap for very new players so they can jump into IS as soon as possible. So this would include what events you should do, what units you should use your tickets on, and so on. So let's start. The first thing you want to do once you have access to the lobby is pull in the beginner banner. There is one guaranteed 6-star in the beginner banner among Blaze, Exusii, Silverash, Saria, Mountain, and Thorns. The best one you can get for IS is easily Thorns. Thorns is a fantastic unit that can easily carry you through the first level of IS, as I've experienced it myself, so I don't really recommend rerolling in the game. However, if you absolutely want to, I think the best operator you can get is Thorns. However, getting Saria is also not an issue at all, and I'm gonna explain why later. In the 4 first days, what you want to do is rush through chapter 5, rush through chapter 4, and clear chapter 4-7, because once you finish 4-7, you're gonna get the last kill, which allows you to upgrade your base and therefore creating materials faster and easier. This is gonna net you more LMD and more battle records in the long term, so this is by far the first thing you want to do. Throughout the story, you'll be offered various free characters. There are basically 2 I advise to upgrade. These are Melantha and Cruz. You will also have access to the recruitment system. I strongly suggest to look for 2 specific tag combinations. These are Healing and Vanguard, or Healing and DP Recovery. If you select both tags and these tags don't get crossed, then you're guaranteed to get Myrtle, who is one of the strongest Vanguards in the game. You can also try and get Steward, Midnight, and Spot, who are respectively a strong caster, a strong guard, and a strong defender that can also heal, by respectively checking the caster tag, the guard tag, and the defender plus healing or defense plus healing tag. 3 stars are actually very valuable in IS because they cost 0 in IS 2, 3, 4, and 5, although in IS 5, 4 stars also cost 0, and in IS 3, starting from difficulty level 3, they actually cost 1. With the ticket you get from logging in for the first time, I actually recommend emptying the first beginner banner, because there's a chance you can get another 5-star that could be the unit you want to recruit with the ticket. Once you have emptied the banner, the unit I recommend picking the most is probably Project Red. Project Red is an important unit that will teach you one of the most important mechanic in all Arknights, that is redeploying your operator. On top of that, she also has a strong stun, as well as an interesting dodge mechanic. On day 1, you'll also get a senior operator training invitation letter that can be used to instantly elite to a 5-star operator. I recommend using it on Project Red instantly. This will allow you to use E2 friend units, which could help you a lot in some stages. Not only that, but an E2 Project Red at this point in the game is extremely strong. Once you unlock side stories and intermezzies, I recommend unlocking Invitation to Wine first, as well as Stultifera Navis. Before diving in Invitation to Wine, buy at least 1 copy of Ethan in the red certificate shop. With Ethan on skill 1, you don't even need to upgrade his level. You're gonna be able to clear a lot of stages in Invitation to Wine. Once you have cleared the 4th level, you are able to get Cruz the King Glint, an alternative version of Cruz who is able to stun with every auto attack. This is an extremely strong unit for IS-3 most particularly. You can also use her to clear Stultifera Navis, because a lot of units in Stultifera Navis are actually weak against stun, so use Project Red and Cruz to get rid of them. Once you clear the 5th level of Stultifera Navis, you get access to Lumen, an extremely strong healer that can actually even remove stun once he's E2, which can be extremely powerful, most particularly in IS-2. On the 5th day, you finally get the top operator transfer permit. If you haven't gotten Thorns, I would recommend getting Thorns anytime. And yes, that includes even if you got Silverash. I know some people would disagree with me on this, but I really don't think you absolutely need Saria that much nowadays. If you already got Thorns, then you can probably pick Saria. Saria is an extremely strong defender that can also heal, as well as regenerate SP. However, I don't think she's that necessary in IS nowadays. In a lot of cases, Spot will be enough, and if you really need a defender, then there's a lot of defenders you can acquire for free. If you wait 1 more week, you'll be able to unlock another side story or intermezzi. I recommend unlocking Undertides and get Gladia, who is arguably one of the strongest free operator in the game. On the 14th day, you will get a ticket that will allow you to recruit either Cliffheart, Lapland, Tilopsis, or Spectre. I would recommend getting Lapland 99% of the time. If you already have Silverash and Thorns, or you already have Lapland, then you should probably pick Tilopsis instead. After you farm enough red certificates, You can also buy Honeyberry in the shop. Honeyberry is extremely strong in basically all IS because she removes elemental damage, and that's something that is very common among all IS. You'll notice that on day 10 and on day 12 you got some advanced material voucher. I recommend getting materials that can be processed into higher quality materials in order to E2 your thorns, with the exception of Ori-Rock clusters that you should absolutely farm in 1-7. So for example, get Ori-Rock clusters or integrated device or Archeton or manganese ore, this kind of stuff. Once your thorns is E2, if you can upgrade him further by mastering his S3 and or unlocking his module, that's even better. However, that is not necessary right away, and you should probably prioritize upgrading other units instead of mastering thorns or upgrading his module. At this point in the game, you're basically ready to jump into IS, so simply upgrade all your good units. This of course includes thorns, Lapland, the other 6-star units you got through the permit, Midnight, Spot, Cruise, Menantha, Fang, Orchid, Steward, or obviously better units that you may have gotten from headhunting by now. Once you start IS, you can either instantly recruit your thorns or select, for example, a Wizardal friend. Other good starting units include Jessica the Liberated, Gavial the Invincible, Narantuya, and from this point on, you're ready to go. So there you go guys, these were all my advice to very new players that want to try IS as soon as possible. This whole process should usually take less than a month, so good luck to you all, leave a like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.